You held his hand all night. He kissed you goodbye. He said he missed you. He made plans for the next meetup, and the next day, nothing. No communication at all. So you picked up your phone, put it down, went to his name, got ready to press the phone icon, you put it down again. Then you said, let me test the vibe and send a message. Then you deleted it. He saw your story, but didn't comment. And now you're sitting there asking yourself, did I misread everything? I want to talk to you today about that very same question, because it's not random, and it's not you being crazy either. It's what happens when feelings are doing the job they were never supposed to. Here's something I want you to think about for a second. You take your car in for a tune-up. The mechanic comes back and says, you need a whole new engine. It's going to cost you $11,000. You say to him, how do you know I need a new engine? He says, listen, I've been doing this for years. Because of my intuition, I just know. No test, no measurements, no evidence, just a feeling. Would you make that payment based on that alone? Of course not. Before spending $11,000, you would want evidence. You would want proof. You would want to know how he reached that conclusion. But every day, women make one of the biggest decisions they make in their lives based on a feeling. You give someone access to your time, your trust, your body, your heart, not because of evidence, because the chemistry felt right, because you had a good feeling, because your intuition told you this person was different. A bad engine costs money. The wrong person can cost you years, even your future. But here's the biggest question. Why would you require a certain level of evidence before you give a mechanic $11,000, but you wouldn't require a certain level of evidence before you give your heart to someone? That's what I want to get into today. Feelings are real. They're just not a qualification system. Now, I'm not here to tell you your feelings are wrong. Your attraction is real. The chemistry is real. The connection you felt, that was real too. But here's the thing. Real is not the same as reliable. I'll say it again. Real is not the same as reliable. Because attraction does not stop to ask, does this person show up consistently? Does his behavior match his words? Does he treat me the way I want to be treated? Attraction asks one question. How do I feel right now? And that question changes according to the feeling. Fear changes it. Loneliness changes it. One good date changes it. One I miss you text at 11:14 p.m. changes it. And that's the trap, because when the feeling is high, you say, yes, he's the one. And when it crashes, you're wondering what happened. Feelings can introduce a person, but they should never approve a person. That is a totally different job, and it requires a totally different set of tools. So what does protect you? His behavior. Not what he says, but what he does consistently over time. Does he follow through on plans, or does he make them and just give you an excuse later? Does he show up the same in person as he does over text, or does the effort disappear the moment he's not in front of you? Does he move the relationship forward, or does he keep you in a permanent state of, let's see what happens? Behavior is evidence, and evidence is harder to talk yourself out of, because you can convince yourself he's just busy. You can convince yourself he's just scared. You can convince yourself this is the awkward stage and it's about to get better. But it's very difficult to convince yourself of behavior he's never shown. So here's where I want to land. The question isn't, do I feel something? Of course you do. You're human. He caught your attention and something clicked. That's not the problem. The question is, has this person earned access to you? Access to your time, access to your energy, access to your peace, and more importantly, access to your future. Because access giving on feelings alone is a pathway to heartbreak. And you felt what that was like before. The waiting for contact, the replaying of old messages, the shrinking yourself just to be with him again. Or the other side, acting unbothered when you're bothered, holding back to avoid scaring him off, then waking up 3 months later wondering, how did you get here? You don't have to stop feeling. You just have to stop letting feelings make the final decision. Listen, feel everything, then slow down and observe, and then decide from what you see, not just from what you feel. If you're already past the point of trying to figure him out and you need help in your current situation, I made a video just for that moment. It's right here.